Thank you, Wayne. Teaching your kids to be responsible takes work on a lot of different levels. One important part is helping them break into the working world. Working teaches kids responsibility, how to handle money. But if jobs are scarce, as they have been lately, volunteering is another possibility. Both of these, jobs and volunteer work, give them time to try out possible career paths. And of course, volunteering teaches kids early the importance of giving back. So how do you get your teens started? Tampa-Bay-Parenting-magazine editor Angela-Ardolino is here with a little advice. Thanks for being with us again.
Absolutely.
You know, my kids all have, well, they're older now. They're in their late teens, and so they have been working and volunteering over the last couple of years. But when do you think is the point where they should get started doing that?
Well, it's funny because, you know, they say age 14 is the age that they should start volunteering or working. I think it can start even earlier. You know, some of your kids, every kid is different, so some kids may be able to handle responsibilities more than others. I think the greatest thing that a parent could possibly do is explain to their kids what they do, maybe even bring them to work, find out what they're interested in. You know, I have a stepdaughter who's interested, loves to draw, so introducing her to careers where she could animate or draw cartoons and make a living out of that is something great. At 5th grade, we knew she had this talent, so it was really nice to kind of, you know, nurture it to a career. So it's really important for kids to know everything they possibly can. I know in my business, we go to a lot of events, so we used to bring the kids, and actually they would, you know, get people to sign up, and they really got the feel of, oh, well, this is how Mom brings home money. This is how we make a living, and it really helps them understand how to do it. Pretty much any responsible child who can go into a humane society or a Big Brothers or do a Special Olympics, they're going to be able to contribute, whether it's handing paper out, holding a door open, and then as they get older, keep on taking on more and more responsibility. I know at age 16, I basically emceed and ran an entire Special Olympics at 16, but I was working since I was 13. Well, since I was 10, I was actually going out and performing and doing things. So I think it's a great opportunity for kids to get out there, learn about the real world, gain experience.
And that's the point. There are plenty of opportunities out there. I mean, you took your kids to a lot of, even if you're in school, my daughter's got an interest in teaching. She wants to be a kindergarten teacher.
Perfect.
So as a 5th grader, she volunteered in the kindergarten program for one class.
She volunteers and she's helping, and we know she's helpful. She may come out of that and go, I don't want to work with kids.
Well, that hasn't happened so far.
So then she knows, okay, well, let me try something else. Maybe I like the administrative type of it, or maybe I want to be a principal instead of a teacher, so that she can still do what she wants, but maybe, you know,
expose them to a lot of things and listen to what they're interested in. What about job opportunities specifically?
Well, I think the best way to get a job is to already have volunteer experience on your resume. You know, if a resume comes across my desk and I've got a kid who's been volunteering since he was 14 and a kid who's 16 or 17 who's just now getting his first job, I can guarantee you this kid's going to be a better applicant and be able to do the job more because he knows more about the real world and how things work. So I think volunteering is where you want to start. And it could start as the family. The entire family goes and helps feed the homeless during Thanksgiving or gathers gifts for needy families. And start as a family, and then as they get a little older, find out what they're interested in and place them. Because finding a job is difficult for adults, much less children, so they're going to want to build their resume as soon as possible.
Keep in mind that kids might turn their nose up at this, but they will get a lot out of it. I know my son did, but he turned back around, and they go over to Metropolitan Ministries every year because they love it so much.
And it keeps them grounded. It really does.
Yes. All right, thanks, Angela. Appreciate it very much. She's going to be back with us next week to talk about there you go, being afraid of the dark. And they just went to a black screen there, so that was apropos. If you missed any of those points, you want to share the info with other parents, just go to abcactionnews.com. You can also find help with a variety of parenting issues on the Tampa Bay Parenting website, tvparenting.com. And while you're there, you can sign up for a free subscription to Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine.